Okay, today is Sunday. I'm next to Chris and my co-host for the week. As of today, maybe another week extended. I don't know. I guess I don't even know for sure. And Chris says, Arnold, I want to be with you for a week. And I said, good. I'm not going to feed you. And he said, fine. I don't want anything to eat. So what we're doing is water.
Lemon water.
Lemon water. You actually met maybe at Woodstock Food Festival.
Yeah.
And you said, I want to come visit you. And I want to come visit you, and I don't want to eat. Why?
Just kind of rejuvenate everything inside of me. I have a little head cold right now, so it all kind of works together. Everything I just kind of going more forward with an 80-10-10 and just kind of giving me a rebirth in a sense.
Yeah, actually it's pretty interesting because he said on 80-10-10 he has a little problems with sticking to it. He feels bad about that. Want to talk about that?
Were you raw before you went 80-10-10?
No, I was vegetarian for like 5 or 6 years and then went pretty much vegan into like straight, incorporating a lot of raw vegan. So I still do that a lot, and it's not that it's hard, it's just
Sticking to it.
it's at nighttime, like I still like crave, like especially now in the wintertime.
You know,
It's all like warm soups or something, you know.
one,
Yeah.
so don't beat yourself up. And the other factor is you're not eating enough calories.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's really it's so true that if you're getting the cravings, you're not eating enough calories. I think that helps. It's a huge factor. You have to make sure you're eating enough. But I think that there's still that element of psychological.
Right.
You know, I don't think that I think a lot of times it gets pushed so hard that all you have to do is eat enough and you'll never have the cravings.
Yeah.
It's true in a sense, but then it makes people feel that when they still have the cravings, that either they have to eat more, maybe they don't have to, but it's cool to be comfortable with just kind of letting yourself be gentle, like allowing yourself to release whatever reasons you go back to those things.
Yeah.
I cook food. I don't have no qualms about it. First I used to feel guilty. Now this morning I went out with my daughter for potatoes. Hey, I'm not the end of the world. Son, I'm sorry.
So you were vegetarian, vegan, you were high raw, and now you're going. How long have you been trying to like kind of go with the 80-10-10 philosophy?
I met Chris Kendall.
Chris Kendall's the reason why.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
skateboarder.
he's my mentor. He's my friend.
He's a skateboarder.
Yeah.
And you're a skateboarder.
Yep. And
So you're skateboarders unite.
yeah, well, I found him at a trade show.
At a trade show?
Out in California. He was
Not a
helping
tree show.
No, not a trade show. A trade.
Yeah.
But he was out there helping a pro skateboarder.
Wow.
And I walked past the booth and I just sold my half of my business. It was the last time, and I was like, "What's all that fruit back there?" And like he gave me his card, and my buddy went out that night, like went to the bar or something, and I ended up staying in the hotel room just watching almost every single video.
Cool.
And like him and I have kept in touch. He's stayed with me, you know, at my parents' house and everything. But yeah, he's kind of got me into the whole.
You're a professional skateboarder?
No.
You're just a skateboarder, hobby skateboarder.
Yeah, and I had a business. I had a skate shop.
Oh, wow.
And everything, and just kind of involved in the industry.
Okay.
Is part of the reason you're doing the fast to sort of kind of like hit the reset button so you think about
Pretty
it
much.
better for you?
Yeah, pretty much like clarity.
That's
You
a
know
good
that.
idea.
And how many days have we been doing? You don't know yet.
Yeah,
I told
I
you no
don't
more than 10.
Yeah, 3 to 10, 3 to 14, or
10. I'm not saying more than 10.
Sorry.
I feel a long cut
It's
more than
important
10.
though, don't you think that he is already has been doing
Right,
a really
right.
high raw and
Right.
more say than
So he's not got too many side effects.
Because a lot of people think that they're going like a really bad diet. They should just do a water fast.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
I've done that before, and I did it for 2 days, and there's some demons that came out. Because I didn't transition. I was like, I'm going raw vegan, and before I do it, I'm just going to do a 48 hour
I don't
fast.
recommend going to water fast straight up.
They recommend at least
Yeah.
3-4 months on
3, 4,
a
5
really
months,
good,
yeah.
clean diet.
And by the way, a water fast means there's no energy to digestion. That's all it means.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything. That means let the body do its job.
Which is basically the idea of a fruitarian lifestyle. Is
Right.
that it's the next step from fasting.
That's right.
The least amount of energy your body has to
That's
spend.
right.
So it's basically like
Right.
it's a liquid. Like with that one guy, I forget his name, but he was big and he disappeared. But he would talk about being a liquidarian.
Right.
And all it was a fancy play on words saying he was a fruitarian because all
Right.
the fruit you're eating is basically just turning into sugar and water.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's and that's pretty efficient.
And other things like, I mean, you work with me for the next couple, maybe
Months.
10 days. Anyway, I like water and lemons. I don't like straight water. I'd rather him have like a little edge on there. I mean, a lot of theory out there, I went to distilled water for 14 days.
Well, even Gandhi would
It
put
took me
water-
too much to recover.
Gandhi would put lemon in his
Is that
water.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of theory out there, I recommend water and lemon. It's my theory. Because otherwise, I did water and lemon for 21 days. I did 22nd day, I went back to work. I was ready for, I mean, I was like strong and hard.
That's
Water fast, straight water fast. It took me a month and a half, 2 months to recover. I was out of it. Okay, anything else you want to say? Okay, so what else about your water fast? Okay, water fast 3 to 10 days. Keep in mind, it works in cycles. Where's that sheet?
Here, buddy.
That's right.
Okay. Day 1, what occurs in the body? This is body, I know who's the body, but what occurs in the body? Day 1.
The body burns all of the excess sugars out of the bloodstream.
That's on day 1.
That's really important when you're going
Really
vegetarian because when you start putting all that sugar in, you want to make sure you don't have any excess leftover stuff from your old diet that's going to create problems. A lot of times people will say, like, you tell people that fruitarian you eat all fruit because the sugar's not going to be a problem if you don't eat fat with it, but people don't remember that there's fat built up in the blood.
That's right. That's day 1, which means water fast actually doesn't start until day 3. Yeah, day 2.
Day 2, the body begins to let the liver do its job to eliminate waste.
Which means the body also, the liver, something called glycogen, that turns to sugar and that starts to feed you.
Right.
Day number 3.
The body targets the fat cells, free radicals, and such.
This is day 3, which means after the body uses up all the sugar for the body, for the blood, for the liver, it then goes to every fat cell you have, the adipose tissues, and converts that to sugar. I mean, every cell that's not conducive to your well-being, the body attacks and destroys. How does that feel? The body will go to every cell that does not like you, that it does not like. And when they're into digestion, it will destroy it. That's why water fast is one of the highest forms of healing. Yeah. Anything else where we get?
Day 4, the body targets the adipose tissues of the muscle system. And day 5 through 7, your body will know just what to do.
Okay, now he knows what to do.
I don't like that. I don't like the language of that. I know it's the same thing. I just think
Okay.
we're going with the whole theory of like ecosystem and harmony and love.
Right.
It's not really targeting to destroy all these things. It's like the
Well,
body
doesn't belong-
is taking a new condition, and it's now becoming hospitable to a different kind of the organisms that we want. So the organisms that are there that now lose their friendly environment for them, they just happen to go away. You know, it's like anything that
So
doesn't
like
fit into
parasites,
that
like
nature
those
scheme,
parasites.
the ecosystem falls out of it.
But it's almost like parasites.
Exactly. Yeah.
Parasites don't
Like
belong
we
there.
have any of these like malevolent cells or any of these organisms, they're just there because we've given them the
That's right.
home. So you
We
can't
give them
really,
the
It's like
environment.
when you have crumbs all over your counter, then you start to get mad at mice for coming in and eating them.
That's right. Shame on you.
So you gotta clean it up, and then when you clean it up, the right organisms come in, and the other ones just don't want to live there anymore.
That's
So
right.
Next generations of them, they don't have a home there. They go find somewhere else.
That's right. Every disease can be pretty much handled the same way. So you are the leader for showing how people to heal. How's that? You are the leader. Chris the leader.
You're my mentor.
Okay, anything else you want to say?
Nope. Ready to begin?
Ready to begin. So you're actually on day 1.
Yeah.
You're like 19, 20 hours.
Yeah.
And you're still living.
Yes, it's like so far.
Good. So we'll be in contact with you every 2-3 days. I'm around. I mean, you'll be at my house. Matt's around.
Awesome.
I'm around. And that's about it.
Awesome.
That's
Appreciate
fine,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in good hands.
That's why I
You're
came
in
here.
good hands. Okay, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, hug time. Bye. This is Live from Arnold's Way. Keep in contact with Chris, water fasting, and Matt and I will stay tuned to do something else. Okay, bye.
See ya.